Hello and welcome to Summer Duel. It's another ranked game from Forged Lives Forever. Really like this map, that's why I keep on going to it. So here a ranked game between Alice Pole and Pus007. So 007 going with sera from first land, 4 P-gens, 4 mask extractors, all for the ACU. First land and 5 P-gens for Pole or Alice. So let's see how this turns out. Speed it up at first. Of course, Seraphim do not have light assault bots. Have to be a little more defensive unless they go first air. Of course, on a small map like this, speed isn't that much of an issue after a little while. So raiding with Seraphim tanks is always good. Looks like a scout after first 2 engineers. I'll put this at +2. Here comes some mech marines as well. A scout to the top, Celine to the bottom, and multiple Celines from a 007 getting a Hydra here with a single engine. And looks like an expansion, at least to this mask structure. Multiple mech marines going to the bottom. Mech marines with no scout. Celine's going to the mask structures. Looks like they're just gonna prevent those from being built. We'll see mech marines, 2 mech marines from Aus going to the top. Let's see if there is anything. 007 interestingly takes the ACU down to the bottom instead of taking to the middle. The mech marines sneak by the ACU. Perhaps the ACU will go to the corner and kill these off. It's a bit out of position up on top. We're seeing 007 actually getting this mass, a bunch of NG attack moves. Tanks in the area should be able to defend against the mech marines. And these Celines are going to prevent the construction of these mask extractors. Now what is this? And here's a tank here. Looks like 1 kill for 007, preventing any reclamation. Of course, this tank will take care of that problem. 007 gets the kill. Hydra for Aus. Hydra's long finished for 007 land factories. Looks like an area is eventually going to be built after a total of 4 land factories. Pretty good sized force here for 007 up on top. Looks like there's something behind the map. It's gone. Alright, so second land factory now for Aus. It's a lot more land factories so far, 3, the 4th coming out for 007, which means he should have map control with superior numbers. And actually a Tech 2 mask extractor for multiple Tech 2 mask extractors for Aus. So a lot of teching, that's why he doesn't really have that many units. So teching instead of map control, and Aus is going to be paying the price very soon. So upgrading to a Tech 2 mask extractor is just like getting 2 extra Tech 1 mask extractors in the field. It's a pretty large force. Will actually take quite a few units to take care of. On the bottom, the ACU for 007 moving through. He'll run over these units. ACU for Aus really not doing too much. Got a radar here. Some kills. Celine was leading in that. 4 tanks and an artillery. This UEF is going to have an advantage. It will get that victory. So a pretty easy victory there for Aus. But the ACU keeps on rolling through now with 6 kills. See, this engineer has cleaned up all those wrecks. Up on top, it looks like 007, he did have an engineer working on that, but is left. Getting a point defense here up on top. Doesn't look like there's too much artillery in Aus forces. Still just 2 land factories. You can see map control really shifting in 007's favor. Point defense being established. This will be really good for 007. You can always retreat to this position. Also has some units in support. No artillery here, so it's all tanks. Pretty much full health on the ACU with 7 kills. The ACU for Aus now just being used as an engineer. Finally a third land factory. Pretty big retreat, and a superior force once again up on top for 007. 007 dominating with the unit number here. But we do have to remember this is now 4 Tech 2 mass extractors, a very good economy, multiple power storages, and now see how quickly Alice just got that upgrade, the gun. This is very dangerous. A couple bombs on that, it's going to be a huge explosion. At 750 mass invested, can vaporize very quickly. 007 keeps on pushing forward. Looking at 007's base, he's getting a nice interceptor force. Probably should, yeah, he's now making bombers. Still living off of 4 land factories. And now Aus, 8 kills with the gun, 7 kills for 007. A pretty large force for Aus moving through the middle. An air factory, 4 land factories. Actually, 2 land factories and 3 land factories and 2 air factories. See a retreat here for 007. Actually has a point defense for emergencies. And 007 in quite a bit of trouble now. Facing an ACU with a gun, he's got to run 1,000 health. Pushing his units ahead. I'd like to think 007 might have, or Aus might have gone for a kill here. He's just going to get a bunch of veterans. See 007 running away. Successful defense at base. See this point defense with 9 kills. Looks like Aus just threw a bunch of units in and some bombers. And these bombers can make a huge explosion here in the back of Pole's base. I would expect that to happen. Just a patrol order here. That's disappointing. Total of 30 kills. Rebuilding the radar, more power. That was the scout. Bombers for Paul. Yet another factory. So let's see what these bombers do. Targeting the Hydra. I guess that's a good target, but this will be much better. Of course, also these units still bunched up together. The Hydra is the target. Of course, it takes 8 bombs to kill that, and with the engineer here repairing it. Of course, now with flak and interceptors. Unsuccessful bombing campaign there, a bit of a waste from 007. 007 all the way back at base, a whole bunch of reclaim available. Getting an upgrade as a Tech 2 mass extractor. So we saw the strategy here for Aus, and this is going to be dangerous if that goes. If it's targeted. Aus built very little units and just went all out for upgrading and was able to survive with the gun. And now 007 made all those units, didn't really pay off that much. They did some good raiding, but now he doesn't have the eco that Aus has. And of course, all this reclaim that's been left for Aus. 37 kills now on the gun. But victories throughout the map, except directly at Aus base. Another Tech 2 mask extractor. This is a very vulnerable mask extractor from Aus. Appears that Aus has upgraded absolutely everything. This ACU now with Tech 2 and gun. Tech 2 point defense creep. Tech 2 point defense takes out the Tech 1. And it looks like now Aus is going to be pushing down the bottom. Successful Tech 2 upgrade for 007. Now looks like he's working on the gun. A retreat for 007, getting another point defense, but of course that won't work against the ACU with a gun and Tech 2. Another push, and this will be good. It looks like this was killed by some either artillery here from the top or bombers, most likely arty. So simultaneous attacks here with 2 forces from 007. Good use of units here from Aus, splitting it up to play defense in 2 different positions and getting enough units for both jobs. Not very organized attack there from 007. A pushback from 007 against the ACU. ACU retreating, 41 kills. You do not want to follow directly into that Tech 2 point defense. And that's multiple victories now for Aus. And at Tech 2, I'm seeing Tech 2 land Ilshevas, something that I've missed, but very effective. Well, that middle force is much more successful than I expected. Ilsheva is still alive, decimating units here. 11 kills, 12 kills. Good micro on those. One of the Ilshevas dies, but as long as they avoid the ACU, they'll be fine. Taking out the Hydra. 10 kills, 18. And micro's so good I can't keep my cursor on that unit. 20 kills. Very nicely done with the Tech 2 from 007. And here at the back door, still this Tech 2 point defense. 16 kills, 18 kills. House back in the middle of his base is going to play some defense. Now Celine here, going after Tech 1 mask extractor. Looks like it will be successful. Ilsheva comes back in. 23 kills, 2 stars. And now that's going to be tragic. It's a hero unit against the ACU, gets overcharged. That's a whole bunch of bombers. This could be very nice to take out a bunch of power production and out space, but still these power storages should be a huge explosion. If those were taken out, no more overcharging. TMD here, multiple Tech 2 point defenses to defend the middle. So really the only place to attack with Tech 1, Tech 2 is through the top. A lot of firepower here for Aus. So we got to see this game move into Tech 2, Tech 3. Mongoose pushing down the bottom. Plenty of Ilshevas here to protect the bottom side, however. And here's another push from 007. Once again, a little too ambitious. There are some Ilshevas here, but the ACU now with the gun and the Tech 2 moving in. Perhaps we'll see a Tech 2 point defense standoff here. These should not be built way too close to these Tech 2 point defenses. 007 should reconsider build something here like a shield or stealth to initiate that Tech 2 point defense. Creep bombers, a whole bunch of bombers are going to get killed. Interceptors versus bombers, very unfair. You should see some Tech 2 flag here, just one, to really help out the Air Force. For both players should have Tech 2 flag. And this is going to be nice. A Tech 2 point defense creep through the top, very much undefended for 007. Artillery now, this is very crazy. This is a very expensive unit for 007. Of course, pretty easily defended against, but if it could surprise Aus, and perhaps a Tech 2 power here could be a great target. Tech 2 factory. This Tech 2 point defense creep is a very big worry now for 007. He's got to do something. And here it looks like very much a stalemate, but I would give preference to the Ilshevas here for sure. Looks like more Ilshevas than Mongoose or any other unit. Pushing through the middle now. And a full retreat for Aus. And this point defense will be nice. If Aus can get a point defense in range of this Tech 2 factory, it'll be very devastating for 007. The artillery is now nearly complete. Let's see how effective this will be. Got to get some power around this to increase the fire rate. That was not a very good unit to shoot. Of course, with all this power, not really a problem. Here comes some scouts. Not really a problem to make any shields. And if you make such an expensive unit, you got to target the most expensive units on the other side. Otherwise, it's a bit of a waste. Multiple Tech 2 point defenses now for Aus. Tech 2 pushes. Of course, these will be overcharged. A waste of Ilshevas. Engineers and support now for Aus. Second artillery being constructed. First already with 10 kills, but mostly just Tech 1 tanks. And here once again, very much a standout. The Mongoose do have the range, but they're much weaker. See the total health 650. Ilsheva 2500, but of course Mongoose can outrange. which is what they're doing now. 60 kills. And actually these are drones, these are not engineers, and interceptors make short work of those. Multiple artillery now, 11 kills. This is not where the arty should be shooting. It's actually nice. But you don't want to hit the side of the wall here with such a long reload. Got to make each one of those count. I can't believe this is still alive. Inexcusable from 007. Some Tech 1 point defense here for defense. Pillars moving through the middle, gonna get slaughtered. 61 kills. Big problems for 007. And this is a big Tech 1 force. Looks like this will be used together, these Tech 2 point defenses, to have a major assault directly on 007's base. And this arty, this is so tragic. It's shooting the side of the wall. This arty could be used pretty well to take out these point defenses, but I guess you can't get what you want all the time. 14 kills, no kills for the second one. The ACU coming back for 007 to play some defense. 15 kills together with the Ilshevas. Actually, it looks like it'll be successful. Point defense was taken out. Another one being built here by Aus. But now the middle is pretty much exposed except for a couple Tech 1 point defenses. Already 2 kills, 15 for the other. Is in support. Ilshevas, no micro, getting massacred. More Ilshevas on the way. 26 kills for 007. A point defense, 13 kills. Ilsheva is really keeping 007 in this game. Aus, 69 kills. Some great overcharges for him in this one. Looks like a successful defense, however, and a lot of wrecks, so this could be the beginning of a comeback perhaps for 007 if he can secure this mass. Of course, this point defense now did not want to follow that. Some mobile missile launchers would be really nice now for 007. Looking back at the base, nothing but teching out. Tech 3 mass extractors for Aus. He's going to have a very good eco. He's got really good power. But this is all completely undefended against these units. And 007 can really make him pay more scouting now. Multiple Tech 2 factories making mungus. You gotta make Aus pay for what he's doing here. Especially when you got the tools to do it. See if they can accidentally... Yeah, that was nice. Targeting the Tech 2 factory. But these right here are so exposed. It looks like that Tech 2 factory is going to die. Cruise missile launcher, and perhaps this cruise missile launcher can shoot against this arty, which would be very tragic. And that's exactly what I expect to happen. Something that should never happen. And now a shield. So a big lost opportunity for 007. The shield is now up. These are still exposed. And now I should see a second cruise missile. No more arty. Very expensive units that 007 put a lot of his eco in. Ilsheva was attacking the base directly, going after the cruise missile. And the launcher is taken out, but late. Tech 1 mass extractor also destroyed. 007 thinking about what to do. He's got to reclaim all this stuff. And a cruise missile attacks the Tech 2 factory. And now artillery for Aus. Of course, arty on this map can shoot way across, all the way across. And this will be very difficult for 007. Unless, of course, Aus forgets to use to target his artillery manually. Some power problems, it seems now. Now with this reclaim, looking at the eco at minute 31, Aus reclaimed 2300, only plus 29. And looking at Aus here over 100 and reclaimed 10,000. So big differences in mass. Aus then getting an upgrade, perhaps Tech 3, 83 kills. This is a good arty. See a lot of units in the distance there. Not really sure where that shell went. This mongoose force is very dangerous for 007. Trying to get Tech 2 power. These are going to sneak in behind, kill a lot of the Tech 1 power, make life very difficult. Also targeting Tech 2 mass extractors and power storage. Still just one kill for the arty. And it looks like it's just hitting the side of the wall here. You really got to choose your targets carefully with artillery on a map like this. Tech 2 power finished. You got to get some TMD here quick. Should see yet another cruise missile launcher, 4 missiles loaded. Should see a little more scouting. That Raider is very lucky. .007 rebuilding his mass extractors. Gotta get the TMD and gotta get more scouting. I think that was a cruise missile being used against the army. More 2-2 mass extractors. Expect this to be Tech 3. A Tech 3 point defense creep is basically a game ender on this map. If you UEF and you get to Tech 3, build a whole bunch of Tech 3 PDs and you win this game. Some teching going Tech 3 here for 007, but it'll be very difficult to catch up at this point. Interceptor is rolling through. And the bomber from Aus. This is a nice push from 007. Takes out point defense and a bunch of mongoose. This could make it interesting. Tech 3 point defense for Aus. They'll clear the middle. Mobile missile launchers with a shield for Aus. You can start bombarding 007's base. 007 moving to the bottom. Try to take care of this force with the ACU. You can see the Tech 3 point defense already with 1 kill. Cruise missile launcher, 8 missiles. Looks like a Tech 2 point defense is the target. Still no TMD, which is inexcusable. This Tech 2 power should be sniped. Actually no, there is a TMD, I take that back, so they should be taken out by a Tech 3 PD very soon. 007 moving down the bottom. Looks like his ACU is targeted by artillery. Nice use of a mobile shield. .39 kills. And up on top, Tech 2 together with the shields, taking out Ilshavas. As long as these move, you never want to stand still. .44 kills for 007, getting hit by Tech 3 point defense, and this looks like the end of the game here at minute 37. Very well played by Aus. I gotta say that 007 had a huge opportunity to actually kill this entire base with artillery. These Tech 2 powers should have been targeted. Looked like they were scouted, but opportunity not taken, and Aus made him pay with a nice Tech 2 point defense creep. And superior eco. This whole game, really, the strategy for Aus was to tech.